Greetings, YouTube. Are you ready to ascend into some special RNG? Because if the banners are any indication, the Epic Ascendant bundles and the Supreme Ascendant bundles are what we are to grade and review today in Marvel Contest of Champions on the eve of the new featured Cavalier Crystal coming out. That is tomorrow. That is officially for units, not early access bundles. The chance at the new Black Widow, which a summoner sent over to me, some footage to commentate, which we just haven't been able to, which is some fun gameplay of her at rank 2 as a 6-star. Somebody has already thrown rank up materials into their champion. So uncollected gets you the best one, and then we'll critique the other. So $30, okay? $30 is a lot of money. I cannot say this enough. $30 is what you would expect to spend for most console games. I think that's a fair statement. And so when you look at it, it's a tier 4 class catalyst selector 1, which I still think is probably valued at least $10, believe it or not. 50,000 gold, which is a pathetic amount of gold. This should be at least 200, if not 300,000 gold, or 6 times what they're offering. And then an Epic Ascendant Crystal, which most likely this gamble is going to give you Tier 4 Class Catalyst Fragment Crystals, which suck. Tier 5 Basic Catalyst Fragments, which is probably the small amount equivalent to what you would get for one round of your Glory. Tier 2 Alpha Catalyst Fragments, which again, especially those you uncollected and above, I guess you wouldn't care about this one either since you've got the better version, but it's just a decently small amount of Tier 2 Alpha. A Tier 4 Basic should not be that big of a drop in percent. It's not that rare anymore, even for newer players, and neither is Tier 4 Class Catalyst. I wish that this offer had not only more gold, but it had, besides the Tier 4 Class Catalyst Selector, it had something like a Tier 4 Basic and a couple Tier 1 Alphas guaranteed within it. Kabam used to offer like 4 or 5 items in these $30 bundles, and they've gotten so cheap lately that they'll offer like 2. Keep in mind, $30, if you're somebody out there who, chances are you're trying to rank up your 4 stars because you're not uncollected yet. And most people, their best champions or the highest ranked champions at least are 4 stars when they get to become uncollected against the collector. You're trying to take 4 stars to rank 5, which is why Tier 4 class catalyst selectors are relevant to you. $30 is the price that Kabam has offered routinely now. We're talking like 3 or 4 times on just an average day to take a generic rank up gem for any 4-star champion of any class to rank 5. That includes not 1, not 2, but 3 Tier 4 class catalyst selectors factored into the overall value. That $30 bundle, let's just remind ourselves, because I cannot be passionate about this enough, Kaskam is trying to Kaskam you a fast one with this bundle. That $30 bundle, let's say we're going to take up, I don't know, Electro. That includes what I just mentioned, 3 Tier 4 class catalysts of that class, 5 Tier 4 basics, and 2 Tier 1 alphas. That's what that gem covers. For the same price that today you get a gamble of maybe an additional one of those things and 1 Tier 4 class catalyst selector. They're screwing over beginning and middle tier players with this deal. This deal should be at most $20, but I think it should be $10. Make it $10. Limit 3. Good. Now we're going to look at the Supreme Ascendant bundle, where they're pricing Tier 2 alphas again at $50 a piece, which is what you would expect last year or the year before. But with the Glory Store changes, you cannot say to uncollected players, and yes, uncollected is the minimum cutoff of that Glory Store improvement that's been so great for 2020. You can't say that we still expect you to pay $50. And this would be normally not during a pandemic where so many people are losing their jobs and they can't feed their families, and yet they're still price gouging these items. And they know players have burnt down their gear. Also, the most pathetic amount of gold, $50 for 100,000 gold? What are you, Scrooge McDuck? You can't give away any of your doubloons? What is that trash? And then the Supreme Ascendant Crystal, Tier 2 Alpha Catalyst Fragments, that should be a fully formed Tier 2 at minimum so that you're at least getting $25 per and a pathetic amount of gold. But nope. And then Tier 5 Class Catalyst Fragments, 4.5%. Tier 5 Basic Catalyst Fragments, 45%. and it looks like that is it. So it's like an Alliance War Seasons Crystal with a small chance at a Tier 5 Class Catalyst fragments. That's just trying to milk the whales. But this thing, again, it should be like $30. The left one should be $30. The right one should be $10. I don't understand why Kabam marketing is so tone deaf that they think routinely they can put out offers like this and people will be excited to snatch them up. And I always say, think about this economically from a supply-demand standpoint. If you sell, let's say, 200 Epic Ascendant bundles for $30 a piece, so you're making $6,000 today off that. But you take it down to $10 a piece and you sell 10,000, just think about the difference in profit. Suddenly you're making $100,000. Because the price point matters to so many people right now. And this is not even including tax. And this is not including so many of you that support the channel from other countries that the dollar is much stronger against your currency that you live in. And even in Kabam's headquarters of Canada, we know it costs much more Canadian versus American. And then you friends across the pond who are almost paying right now like a 1-to-1 ratio of a pound or a euro to a dollar, even though they're stronger than the dollar, you're getting screwed too because you're not paying the equivalent of what it should be. And I remember it used to be, an Odin for you used to be like, I don't know, $79.99 or something, but it's gone way up since then. And I get that it's been weaker with everything going on, but still, it's not so weak that it's a 1-to-1 ratio. And I'm not blaming Kabam for that, by the way. That's a Google Play, Apple Store issue, but you're still getting screwed. So I'm going to say it. I know this is not something that I enjoy. People think that, oh, here comes Prof. He's just going to love ripping on Kabam. I love promoting pro player offers because guess what? I also play this game every day. I want to buy pro player offers. And I think the early access bundles, believe it or not, since they've doubled the 6-star shards, are fair. They're expensive, but I don't mind paying them. But this is not fair. This is 2 years ago worth the Tier 2 Alphas and Tier 4 Class Catalyst Selectors. And this is like 5 years ago for gold. I mean, 100,000 gold for $50? You're Mr. Krabs. You're so cheap. I just don't get it. Yes, that's a SpongeBob reference, but you know what? It's my channel. I do what I want. Thanks for watching YouTube. Have a good one. Don't buy these offers. Save your money. You'll be glad you did.